Good afternoon. I'm Nicole Austin, and today we have a program spotlight with our Legislative Affairs program. Our Government Relations Program Executive Director is with us today, and this is Laura Bonnet. Laura, welcome.
Good morning. Welcome. Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about what our Government Relations Program does here. We have a very special program. It's a long-running program with a lot of history, and we do a lot. And some of our members may not be aware of all the different programs and services that you offer. So tell us a little bit about that.
We are unique in our government relations program. It is longstanding. We have an excellent relationship with our legislators. We like to say that we are the liaison between the business sector and our legislators. Anything that we can do as far as legislation to help promote what wonderful businesses that we have and also protect them at the same time, that is what we're here to do.
Absolutely, and it's getting ready to be your busy season because right now the General Assembly is going back into session. So tell us a little bit about an upcoming event that you have and then the other things that you do to relate our members with our leaders during sessions.
So yes, General Assembly did start yesterday at noon, and so we are back in session. We've got a special session starting next week specifically on education, so we'll be greatly invested in that as well. But we do have an upcoming event. It is our regional legislative breakfast. Unfortunately, this year it will have to be virtual with everything else that's going on, so it's going to be January the 29th at 8:30 a.m. Pre-registration is required for that, so please contact us for that. There is no cost to attend, but we will need to send you a legislative link. So our legislators from Districts 1 through 11 will be speaking to us, as well as our hopefully newly elected Comptroller Jason Mumpower, as well as the Tennessee State Chamber President Bradley Jackson will be talking. And right now we have confirmed Senator Marsha Blackburn will be zooming in as well from Washington, D.C. So we're excited to be able to hear updates of what's going to happen this year during session because we've got a lot of things to cover this year.
Absolutely, and of course 2020 changed the way that all of our programs here at the Kingsport Chamber are doing events. But you guys were still able to do some events virtually, like you're talking about with the legislative breakfast coming up. We hope that maybe at some point we'll be back to some in-person events because your program has some really great ones. But if that's not the case, then tell us a little bit about what you guys did last year to make up for that for in-person events.
So, we try to accommodate the best that we can. We did actually host a hybrid event last year, which was our State of the City event. We are looking forward to hopefully having some in-person events this year. We do have a legislative barbecue that we do each summer. Obviously, it would be a little bit hard to do that virtually, but we are fingers crossed that we're going to be able to do that in person. If not, we're going to try to be as accommodating as we can. Of course, we'll have our State of the City coming up at the end of the year, and if we have to do that hybrid again or virtually, we will do that. But we feel it's important for our chamber members to be able to hear and see from our city officials, our state officials, and our federal officials as well. And we also try to host different webinar series as well throughout the year. That is something new for us, but in the virtual world, we're trying to get that information out to our members. So be on the lookout for things coming up. We do want to keep our membership informed as much as possible.
And it's so important. I think this program is so robust, and it's such a wonderful program, and it really gives our members that maybe don't have somebody that does strictly GR on their staff an opportunity to develop those relationships because you do a lot of events throughout the year, and we also have a Legislative Affairs Committee. And I want you to tell us a little bit about that committee. It's got a long history. I mean, we're dating back to 1978, the beginning of this. It's very unique, and we may take it for granted here in our region because it's been going for so long, because a lot of other, chambers across the state may not have one that does what you do. So tell us a little bit about the Legislative Affairs Committee for our chamber members that may not be aware of what you guys do.
Yes, so our Legislative Affairs Committee, as you said, has a unique and longstanding tradition. And what we do is we have different members, company members throughout the city who represent different factions of legislation that we need to look at. And so it's a committee of about 25 to 30 people. We do meet weekly. That's what makes us unique, is we have a weekly legislative conference call with our state legislators. And so they are able to hear from us things that are concerning to us on a business side, things that we may take position on, legislation that we may do, and things that we may support. So they get to hear that from us. And we also get an update from them as well as what's going on in Nashville, things that's going on in their committees that we need to know about. And so that's what makes us strictly unique. And so if you don't have GR people on staff, this is a way that you can connect with your legislators.
It helps with that relationship.
Yes. So we are super excited to be able to start that again in the next coming weeks. We're right now working on scheduling that. So we're ready to hit the ground running.
Absolutely. Well, today we heard from Laura Barnett with our Government Relations Program. I love this program. It does so much for our members and truly for non-members out there in their community because we're helping all the businesses throughout this program. That's it for today's Chamber Program Spotlight. Have a great day.